Hey dancers, today we're going to be doing a 15-minute turnout workout. So we're going to begin laying on your backs with a little warm-up. We're going to be doing a supine clam, so place your hands on your hips and let one knee fall out to the side without letting your hips rotate. Go ahead and just keep alternating legs for a few more repetitions just to start to get that turnout active. You should also be feeling this a bit in your core as you work to stabilize your hips from rotating. Good, and let's just finish up with one more on each side. Perfect. Next, we're going to be moving into our bridges. So plant those heels into the ground and lift for 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Good. Keep pushing those heels down into the ground to help yourself lift up. That's how you're going to feel those hamstrings and glutes activate. And 10. Perfect. Now I want you to hold that bridge up at the top and pulse those knees in and out, back and forth, keeping that hip elevated up off the ground. Keep pulsing, and come on down. Next, we're moving into single leg bridges. So pick your right leg up and lift hips for 2, 3, 4. Good. Keep pushing through that heel. 6. 2 more. 7 and 8. Perfect. Come on down. Switch legs to the left in the air and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Come on down. Let's move over to our left-hand side for some clamshells. You're going to have that top leg elevated, hips stacked one on top of the other, and begin lifting for 1, 2, 3. Good. Now be careful. I want to make sure that top hip does not start rolling backwards. 6, 7, one more, and 8. Good. We're going to switch directions. Lift the ankle. 1, 2, 3. Again, be mindful to not let that hip roll. You should stay stacked one on top of the other. 2 more, and 8. Good. Last up, we're going to combine them together. Knee goes up, knee goes down for 1. Up, down, 2. Knee up, knee down, 3, 4, 5. Good. Making sure those hips still are not rolling. 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Go ahead and stretch that top knee out for a moment if you need to. And let's switch on over to the other side and repeat the same sequence. Lifting that top leg for 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Switch to the ankle. 2, 3. Good. Make sure that those hips aren't rolling. They should be staying stick straight. 7 and 8. Good. Last round. Knee goes up for 1, down. Up for 2, and down. Up for 3, and down. 4, 5. Those hips should really be burning by now. 6, 7. Last one. 8. Good. And stretch out that top hip for a moment if you need it. Go ahead and bring yourself up to a seated 90-90 position where we're going to work a little bit on mobility and strength in this position. Make sure that those hips are truly at a 90-90 position, and we're going to begin with some trunk rotations, rotating the trunk right and left, and just keep moving between those two positions, feeling that deep stretch within your hips. We have the front leg in external rotation, and our back leg is in internal rotation here. Next, we're going to be lifting the arms and actively leaning your trunk forward and back. Good. down and up. Feeling most of the stretch in the front hip on this one, and also really active while we do it. Great. Let's work into some end range movement. So lifting that back heel up off the ground. Good. 3, 4. Good. Try to have minimal trunk movement while you do this. And 5. Last, we're going to take that back leg, wrap it around to the front like you're coming into a front attitude, and then pull it to the back again. We're really active through this position, trying to minimize any trunk lean and really working that leg in an end range activated position. Good, a couple more times. Sometimes you might get a little cramp on this one. That's totally normal. Just keep working through it. Take a rest if you need it. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and switch everything over to the other side, bringing those legs into a 90-90 position and beginning with our trunk twists, right and left. If you are struggling to keep your trunk upright, go ahead and lean over to one side. You can put a little weight into that arm, trying to maintain the spine in as straight of a line as possible so you don't end up too far curved. Go ahead and lift those arms up and let's lean forward into that front leg. Down and up. Keeping this as active as possible, but if you do need those hands for help, go ahead and just rest them on the floor for a little bit of assistance. Down and up. Perfect. Moving into our back leg, end range internal rotation activations, lifting that heel up and down, up and down. Good. Keep going. And last but not least, we're going to take that back leg and wrap it around to the front, attitude position. Back and forward. Trying to minimize as much trunk lean as possible. Again, we might be getting a little crampy. Just rest if you need it. Perfect. One more time. All right. Let's go ahead and move over onto our hands and knees position, beginning with a right knee lift. For 1, 2, good. Be mindful not to let the trunk and pelvis rotate here. Just the leg goes up and down, working that turnout muscle. A few more reps left. Good, and moving into our hip circle, we're going to bring the knee to the side. Then bring around to the back and down. Again, 3, to the side, back, down, side, back, down, side, back, down. Good. Excellent. And then let's go ahead on the next repetition. We're going to reverse it. So you're going to go to the back, side, down, back, side, down. Good. Keep it going. Not letting that pelvis or trunk rotate. Make it just through the glutes and feel those turnout muscles working. Good. Back, side, down. Last one. And then we're going to hold that leg in the back position and just lift that knee. Micro movements out to the side like a little pulse. Keep the hip elevated, knee goes up, down, really working that turnout in this end range position. Beautiful. Go ahead, bring it down, stretch it back into child's pose for a moment, and we're going to go ahead and switch to the other side. Taking that left knee out to the side now for 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, watch that pelvic rotation. Keep everything nice and square. Just work those turnout muscles here. Excellent. We're going to go into our hip circles. Side, back, down. Side, back, down. Make as big of a circle as you can with that leg. Good. Side, back, down. Almost done. Perfect. And we're gonna go ahead and reverse it. Now we're gonna go to the back first, side, down, back, side, down. Good, keeping that circle as big as possible with as minimal trunk movement as you can. Excellent, keep it going, nice big circle. Feeling that burn, hopefully, in those turnout muscles. Great. And let's keep that back leg elevated and do our micro movements. Knee up and down, keeping that hip as extended as possible behind you, and bring it down. Rest in that child's pose. Great work, everybody. Okay, let's go into our final position of the workout, which is going to be a side plank series. So let's go down onto our right side plank. Knees are going to be bent, and we're going to be lifting into a side plank clam. Lift those hips up, top knee rotates into a clamshell, up and down, up and down. Good. Feel that turnout on the top leg while the bottom hip lifts. Up and down. Good. Let's extend our top leg. Stay in your side plank position. Lift for 1, 2, 3. Good. Keep lifting. Bottom hip is going to stay elevated the entire time we're in this side plank hip lift. Perfect. And bring it down to rest. And back to our side plank clams. One more time through the circuit. Up, down, down. Good, keep lifting, keep pushing. Almost there. We're gonna do one more series of our leg lifts. 2, 3, good. Keep that bottom hip elevated, top leg lifts up and down. Keep it going, you're almost there. Should be burning pretty good by now. Go ahead and bring it down. We're gonna repeat everything to the other side. Switching to our left plank side clam, we're gonna lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there, 7, 8, good, extend that top leg out, and we've got 8 leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, good, hold strong, you are almost done here, keep that bottom hip elevated, don't let it drop. Good. Back to our side plank clams for 8. 1, 2, 3, keep pushing, 4, 5, 6, 7, getting tired now, 8, beautiful, and leg lifts for 8, lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're almost there, keep going, 7, and 8. Nice work, everybody. You should really be feeling that burn. Let's go ahead and take a moment to stretch it out. You've made it to the end. Let's just take a seated position, stretch one leg slightly in front of the other, and just stretching forward. Nice deep breaths. You should really get a good stretch in that gluteus medius muscle and turnout muscles on this one. Perfect, and then go ahead when you're ready and just switch which leg is in front, and you're gonna stretch it out to the other side. It's great to always end our turnout, or any workout for that matter, with a nice cool down stretch to make sure we minimize any soreness into the next day. Good. A few more seconds, and come on up. Let's take our next stretch back to hands and knees. We're going to extend the right leg behind you, pivot that left leg into a bit of external rotation, and then just go ahead and stick your hip out towards the left. This is really going to pinpoint the stretch into those left deep turnout muscles. This is a great way to get that stretch without having to go into a full pigeon position. We call this our modified pigeon. And we're going to repeat to the other side, rotating the right knee underneath you, left leg extended, hip just sticks out towards the right, getting that localized stretch to the back side of the right hip. And our last stretch, we're going to go down to our back, and we're going to finish off with just a nice relaxing figure 4. You can hold these stretches for as long as you'd like. If you need a little bit of an extra stretch, go ahead and hold them a little longer. Perfect. Nice deep breaths. You got it. Go ahead and roll yourself up. Nice work, everybody.